Priesthood 101 continues. Hi guys, to the priests in the house. These are leaders of their homes, fathers, and anyone who leads their homes is appointed as a priest there. So today there is something that I want us to talk about, and there are several tips that I want to give, and these are the safety tips during bad weather. In my line of work, I happen to be a safety expert, which is one of my many accolades, a certified safety expert, specifically in the world of technical. Let's learn together. So, one, when we are actually now like the current weather that we are experiencing in Kenya, I thought it good to discuss with you guys because we are used to reacting to issues when they happen. The kind of rain that is happening right now is not ordinary, so it's not the ordinary rainfall that all of us are used to. So it brings about a lot of risks that all of us need to be aware. So it's very good to be pre-aware so that you can make very good decisions to survive this bad weather. So one of the thing is make sure that we are removing completely the notion that we are driving under normal condition. And this topic is purely on road users, both drivers or anyone going to the road. When you're fully equipped with this information, it's easier for you to make decisions. So one, drivers that are currently driving, remember it's not easy to do away with a habit or a style that you're used to. So it's good to understand that number one, it's not easy for you to do away with that normal driving that you're used to. So when you're driving in the weather condition, pushing your cars to the limits, using the same tires, the same condition of the car, it is very risky. So you need to actually move away from that aspect that you're driving in a normal condition. One of the things that actually are assisting you in that road, in the movement, are your tires. And tires are manufactured for different actually weather conditions. There are those that are manufactured for hot weather. When the tarmac is very hot, there are those tires that are supposed to sustain that heat. And in the cold weather, where you're having now the wet weather conditions, your tires are manufactured in a way that some of them, the quality of them, means that they can part, the grooves that they have are manufactured in a way to part water so that your car can maintain stability when it's moving. So it parts water away to have proper grip on the road. And these tires do not come cheap. So when you're doing service of your vehicle, there's of course the ordinary basic routine service, but on the bad weather that we are in currently, you need to go an extra mile and ensure that other aspects of your cars are well prepared to wade through this bad weather. And part of it is your tires. So check the condition and the type of your tire, the weather it can take, and the kinds of groove it has, so that you know exactly the quality of tires that you have, which will give you an informed decision when you're moving into the road. So make sure that you're checking that. Anyone that you're taking with you in that car fully depends on your judgment and fully depends on your expertise to make sure that they are arriving safe. So let's all arrive safe by ensuring that all these tips are taken into account. Another thing is your AC. Your windshield might become foggy, and visibility is very key, because just a slight mistake when you're switching on your AC and you're there busy fidgeting with it, you can cause an accident when your vehicle is moving. So make sure first of all you learn and understand how your AC works, because AC in different vehicles work differently. So you need to have mastered how it works, and you might never have tested it because maybe you've not been a rainy weather consistently to be able to test it out. So this is the time to be on the lookout and ensure that you know how to maneuver during this rainy weather, that your AC on the fog can actually assist you for the visibility part, because when you're having passengers or you're having people in your vehicle, and of course every window is rolled up, you're going to experience that fog in all the windows and windshield. So you need to be very careful, and instead of fidgeting with it, make sure you go an extra mile to learn actually the ACE mechanism of your vehicle. So that is another thing: visibility, road grip, and now the other bit is now driving style. So when you're driving on the road, the cornering aspects. So if in ordinary conditions in a normal tarmac, you're cornering at 40 and your vehicle is comfortable, maybe a slight bend, then you need to consider you go a notch lower because of the slipperiness of the road. So make sure everything is adjusted to a notch lower all through. So if you're used to pushing your car to above 180 and all that with the same tires, make sure you bring it a notch lower. Another thing is, all of us have bought tires for ordinary conditions. So all of us in the road are exposed to that risk because all of us don't have the right tires. So you need to be on the lookout on other road users, how they behave. So if you are not normally keen, very keen when you're driving, this is the time to be extra cautious and extra keen of other road users, because a slight mistake like this, it's a ripple impact to your vehicle and the vehicles behind you. So you make sure that you're carefully observing how the other road users are moving and their tires and all that. So that's another thing. So the driving style, you're cornering, pushing your car to the limits with the same tires. So if you have tire grooves, some use coins to check the depth of your grooves. Some have actually a gauge to measure the groove. So any groove, if you're measuring it, you can take a ruler that is below 3 millimeters. That's a risk to go to the rainy weather. Make sure your grooves are above 5, if better 6. Some can even be higher than that for bigger vehicles. For a truck, make sure it's not below 5 centimeters. So if your truck's groove is below 5 centimeters and you're driving on the road, make sure that notion of you're driving in normal condition is really kicked out of your system, because it's gonna mess you up. So that's another way of checking. So make sure if it's below the grooves that I've just stated, the height, make sure you either look for new tires, or I don't know how you're going to survive into that. If you can afford new tires, then buy. If you can't, then you need to be extremely cautious driving on the road. So make sure everyone you're taking with you is safe. The other bit is now in the driving style, your judgment has to change. So if you're used to maybe judging with the next vehicle, you're supposed not to make a judgment 3 or 4 vehicles ahead of the vehicle ahead of you. So the 3 or 4 vehicles, you see the behavior and how things are, so that you're able to make a decision earlier. So the final bit, I will talk about the floods, and this is a very key aspect to everyone that is on the road. Make sure if it's raining and there are floods, the best or the safest decision is, if you don't have to travel, please don't. Change the plans, adjust the plans, make sure you don't travel. If you must, make sure you know the whole route to where you're going, how it is, the condition and everything before you engage to go. It is always safe that way. So don't assume that I know Jogoo Road or whichever road, it's always this way, so I know my way around. Make sure first of all you check, if possible, social media, wherever it is, call people and that, to ensure that moving from point A to B is safe. It might look stupid to you for me to say it now, but it can save a life. Make sure you know your way before you start engaging to go. If by any chance you've gone and there are floods and the water is moving at whichever speed, any water above 20 centimeters, and your car is moving in there, your car acts as a loose load. So it's going to move with the water, however heavy it is. It's loose load, water can take. You can imagine in engineering, we cut metal with pressurized water. Water is very dangerous. So when it is moving, don't dare attempt wade your car through that water. Unless your car has propellers like a boat, or it has that mechanism you can change it into a boat when you're wading through those waters. It doesn't matter how your car is made. It is not made to move inside moving water. So when there is a raging water, stay away from it. If you must, sleep on the other side until water goes down so that it is safe for you to cross. If that is what it takes. Save your life than going into it, getting injuries, or actually having your property damaged and all that. So it takes you many steps back, and it's always good to be safe than sorry. So make sure those guys that are trusting their machines or their vehicles, they have a big machine and you're very trusting it. There's nothing that you can do in a moving water. People are going just to watch you as you are swept away, and as you're helpless. No one can actually beat it. So you make sure the decision that you're making is safe for you, and it's safe for the people around you. There are actually laws that stipulate very clearly, the legislative laws, those members of parliament that you have elected have made those clear laws that it is a must for you to ensure your own safety and the people around you. So if you risk your life or risk the people's life as a result of your action, that is actionable in the court of law. So you make sure that you're not just making decisions for the sake of either, some of them say, because of your hard head character. Make sure at that particular time you're very sober to make a decision to wade into water. I have witnessed people being swept away, and there's nothing we could do to assist them. So make sure you're not making bad decision, anything regarding moving water or floods. So let's stay safe. Let's keep everyone safe. Let's arrive safe. Let's be safe wherever we are. So I think that's it.